Michael Hill, it is such a pleasure to meet you.
It's my pleasure to meet you.
And so how are you enjoying the day thus far? I know you just got here, but
anytime we're having an outdoor festival, the sun is shining, people are here having a good time, it's great, you know, and everybody backstage has been extremely cool, so it's just a really nice thing in every respect.
Okay, well, I'm so happy I was able to catch up with you before you go on stage. So I read up a lot on you, and I have some questions. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations, because in 2011, you were inducted into the New York Blues Hall of Fame as a master blues artist.
Oh, thank you very much.
Tell me what that is.
I wonder.
Don't be shy.
Okay, I think of the masters as people like Howlin' Wolf and B.B. King, people I learned from, and so I imagine that at some point somebody might be influenced by the things that my contemporaries and I do, and also I'm known somewhat for songwriting on my 6 albums, and so however they came to the conclusion I'm a master,
okay.
I'm still working on it myself.
Okay, so you're legendary as well. Sounds like you followed in their footsteps.
Working on that all the time. All the time. Yes.
So tell me what it felt like, and which of your work made it possible. Like, would you say that there's any one piece of work? I know you mentioned you're a songwriter, but is there one thing that you think was instrumental in having them select you as for that?
Well, I would say, again, I guess the songwriting, because a lot of my friends with whom I play in New York City, at Terra Blue, great guitar players, great singers. The thing that got us on Alligator Records was the songs. And we did 3 albums on Alligator, and that led us to touring around the world to 30 countries and 7 albums, you know, so it was those songs that really opened everything up for us.
And I believe that, because you feel very passionate about that. You brought that up before I asked that question, and now you're back to that same place.
You know, I always tell young artists when we were touring, they would say, hey, what should I do? And I play nice guitar. I said 2 things. One, take your singing seriously, because all of the serious masters, they sang at least as well as they played. The other thing, write, because the foundation of every art, whether it's theater, literature, poetry, dance, is composing something, writing something. And the other thing is, you have a story that no one else can tell.
Right.
So your writing is what's going to separate you from everybody else.
Absolutely.
So that's why.
Absolutely. Okay, early on, Jimi Hendrix changed your life.
Yes.
In what way?
Well, when I first heard about Jimi Hendrix, I was waiting for Are You Experienced to come out. I went and bought it at Harn's, at the department store in the Bronx. I put it on, and basically, after I heard that album, Purple Haze, all of that, I was the first person in my neighborhood in the South Bronx to grow an afro, start wearing bell-bottoms, going to the Fillmore East, you know, and that really took me right to the guitar.
And what did everybody say when you started to do that? Were you a trendsetter at all?
Well, I was sort of an outlier, because where I lived in the South Bronx, we were all family. We had all grown up, so they used to call me hippie and joking around, all that kind of stuff. But it was all.
What do they say today?
Well, people are proud, you know, of the path and staying with it. And I mean, I was fortunate. I had a band. My first band was with my brother and my 2 sisters.
Right.
And they were 14, 15, 20. I was 21. Our parents came to the shows. So early on, there was a lot of support for our making music.
That's great. Okay. And so you said you spent the weekend listening to music. Was that like something you did every weekend?
Oh, well, no. Well, on weekends, Friday and Saturday night, they had shows at the Fillmore East. And one of my friends, I went to Stuyvesant High School, and I had a friend who lived on 12th Street. So after school, we go to his house and hang out, and every Friday and Saturday, we'd go to the Fillmore East. And even if we didn't have the $3 to get in, we could listen outside. So we heard so many shows. Yeah.
So, what should we expect today?
Well, I have my band, Michael Hill's Blues Mob, but I also work with other folks. I produced most of Regina Bonelli's first album.
Really?
And I'm playing on her second album that my friend Tomas Donker is producing. Mike Griot's in the band. And so we're going to be playing with Regina, and it's going to be fiery and fun. A lot of all original music in the set. Most, I think maybe just a couple of covers, but it's original stuff that's very passionate, well-written songs, and we're going to play it great.
Well, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to hear it. And thank you so much for attending this year.
Well, it's my great pleasure.
Yeah,
Thank
okay.
you.
Take care.
I mentioned your smile, your eyes too. Wow. What a treat.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.